Greetings, friends, fellow members. I'm Jonathan Russell, and I have a question to ask all of you. Who of you has seen a movie? Raise your hands. Okay, yeah, I figured everybody. Now, who actually, for themselves, filmed a movie? Really? 2, 3? Wow, okay. All of you, wow, practically over half of you. That's actually surprising. But that's what I do. I film movies. That's what my speech is going to be about today, on how I make them. But besides actually just filming them, I also produce them, edit them, write the scripts for them, and act for them. I pretty much do it all. I've made over 40 movies. I started back in August 2010. And today I'm going to describe my 5-step process in how I make my movies. First, though, I'd like to show some of the movies that I've made and the types that I've done. Because I've made certain movies, but then I've also made things such as documentaries and then videos for external places like some churches. So here, this first segment is a recap video I did for my church of the VBS. And so that's basically, that's just a little bit of it, what I made for that. Another section is an actual movie. This is a Sherlock Holmes spoof that I made with some of my friends. So that's one of them. Another type is just a slideshow of places we've been, such as Las Vegas. That's a hotel we were in. That's one of the types. Another type is a tutorial, like I'm in a basketball class. That's my basketball tutorials that I make myself, where I'm teaching things. Another type would be another type of movie based on another movie, such as this is based on Star Wars and Star Trek. I do both, and then we make battles like that. And then the final type is when I just make funny pictures. Oh, and green screen. Yes, I got green screen right there. We even film basketball. So basically, it's a lot of funny pictures and funny movies. But now onto the step process. The first step is writing the script. And for those who don't know, a script is basically just like a story, but it includes quotes from the actual characters and backgrounds or whatever, any necessary information that's needed for the movie. It's right here. Right here. This is one of the scripts that I used, like for my Sherlock Holmes movie. It was about 20 pages long and about 5,000 words. But that's what we base our movies off, completely. It's going to be this, because otherwise it'd be kind of hard to do a movie when I'm not really entirely sure how to make it unless I have it written down. But the second step, easiest one, is the casting, simply choosing who is going to be in the movie. Usually, no, totally, it's from my friends and family, and it's basically whenever they have availability, so I don't have that much of a choice. So usually it's just me, my sister, and one of my friends. But surprisingly, we can still have great movies with only 2 people. I've made movies where there's only been 2 people, but there's been 10 characters. We just play a bunch of different people. That's why we need different costumes and stuff like that. I'm going to get to that in a minute. And this isn't really a step, but I also have props that I use. The only prop that I've used repeatedly is in that Star Wars vs. Star Trek movie, where I used this lightsaber replica, among others. And this is just one of many that I use. So that, I don't really count that as a step because I don't use it too much. But kind of in relation to that is my 4th step, which, actually, 3rd step I meant, is picking the costumes. Pretty much an easy step. This, for example, is one of the costumes I used in my villain in the Sherlock Holmes movie. In case you're wondering what this is Bob, which stands for Body Opponent Bag, and I just punch him and stuff. But I dressed him up just for this, so you kind of have an idea of what he looks like. This is how my character looked like in one of my movies. So it's really easy to just choose a costume, just basically whatever the character needs. I have so much costumes just at my disposal, kind of like because we've built up costumes over the years. We have so many, it's ridiculous. But, so the most important step, though, would have to be the filming, which I do with this digital camera as of late. I've used a different camera before. That involves what it means, actually filming, among actually acting and memorizing the script. Sometimes that takes many repeated times because we need to rehearse it, and it kind of takes a little longer. But So that's one of the most complicated steps. I use my clapboard here, and for those of you that don't know, that's just to stop the scene. It's more just for fun. And one element that I didn't bring, but I use, is green screen, where we have a screen that's green, and we put it behind me, and it makes me look like I'm in different places that I'm not actually at. So that way I can put the New York State building behind me. So on to the final step, though, is the editing, which I think is the most important step on my computer. And as you saw in this is an example of editing, this movie I just made right here. I just got a bunch of different cuts from some of the movies I've made, put them together, and line them up so that each movie is a certain length of time that I want. That's really all that it boils down to. I do some of it on my Mac, but most of it I do it on my PC. That's where a movie really comes together, because before then it's only a bunch of unedited clips. And I just add all the pieces together to create one of my very favorite movies. So, in closing, to recap, there was 5 steps again. The first one was the script, the second one was the casting, the third one was the costumes, 4th, filming, and 5th, editing. I've made over 40 movies. I've been making them since 2010 in August, and I'm still making them today. Thank you.